deal. Being impactful. Um, I think most niggas already understand how important it is to be impactful. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who it is that you meet, who you're around, anything like that. It is very important to be impactful. Even with your children, family members, people that you just meet on a day-to-day basis, people you work with, shit like that. I feel like it's important for us to be impactful, especially to be men, and to be as strong as we need to be. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people would say, well, from what I've learned, it's very important to always network, right? Meeting new people, getting out there, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people do that shit without understanding, you know what I'm saying, and think that something's supposed to come with it just because you meet somebody. And I've seen people like that before, you know. But at the same time, you have to understand the importance of being impactful to a certain individual, you know what I'm saying, to anybody in general, anyway, you know. Because any point in time your name is heard or said or anything like that. Like, it needs to have some type of energy with it. Not just your name, but that your name needs to carry a certain energy with it. It has to be impactful, you know what I'm saying? We as niggas, in most cases, it was always like, especially on some street shit, if niggas on that street shit, you know what I'm saying, to just gain the respect or whatever it is that they doing. You know what I'm saying? Man, most niggas be like, shit, that nigga gonna fight, that nigga knock a nigga out, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's way bigger than that, because being impactful can help get you further along in life when it comes down to it. Well, help you move through certain like obstacles and shit like that because of the people that you know or anything like that. You never know what somebody else may know. You never know how somebody else could possibly help you get through something that you might need help getting through. You know what I'm saying? Especially being a man. Most men do not like asking for help when it comes down to it. I know I do not. I don't like asking for help. Sometimes I have to humble myself and just kind of, you know, just say fucking and be like, you know what I'm saying? Just step out there. Okay, hey, can you help me with this or that? You know. Just that, but it's like a knowledge type thing, like having information. Although we all store information, um, all information isn't available to everybody out there. That's why it's important to network and be impactful in certain people's life, especially if it's somebody who has information that you do not have, and creating a certain type of bond with that individual. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what somebody might have in their heart. You know, if they want to try to, especially if you've been an impact on them, you know, if they want to try to help you, if they want to try to help you get further along, you know, especially us being black men, dealing with all the obstacles that we already got to go through anyway, it is very important to try to move in a way that can get us further along in life, instead of being out here being a fucking asshole or some shit like that, a person that nobody likes, and having a false sense of respect when it comes down to it. Because respect is one thing, but a lot of that, like, we have it to the point to where, like, feeling that fear is a form of respect. I feel like, this is just me though. I feel like sadly it's the opposite. Because just say if you got a nigga that's out there in the business world, like put it in a scenario, nigga that's out there in the business world trying to make shit happen, trying to do this and that, you know, and he is feared. He get out there amongst people. Most people don't want to deal with him. They'll deal with him if they have to. They don't, but they don't want to deal with him because everybody's not like that. Everybody don't see it like that. Like, you can't be a cushion for a certain type of individual because of the way that you feel you have to be, thinking that fear shit is respect. But fear is not respect. Fear is fear. And most people don't want to, they'll rather stray away from you if they fear you versus respecting you. They will gravitate towards you, you know. And it's a difference with that shit, like a huge difference. That's why I feel like we need to be able to move and understand why we need to be able to move that way, instead of being out here on some damn gorilla ass shit. Understand, like, gorillas can be gentle too. and can be respectful too if you ever pay attention to them. One of the strongest creatures on the face of this earth, but at the same time, they are very gentle. But they can bring out that gorilla on your ass if they need to. You feel what I'm saying? If they need to, just don't challenge them. But at the same time, you don't have to be out there acting a fucking fool and throwing shit everywhere, all in the way, because that shit will just get in your way in the future. You know what I'm saying? That shit, if you've been impacted in a negative way, in a negative fashion, that shit will follow your name. It will go like it will rain that shit. You feel what I'm saying? The wrong individual pass your name off, and of course they'll pass whatever energy that they have with your name along with your name. So you have to remember that. So be able to be smooth with certain shit. And that shit there, I feel like that shit is important in life because you can use that. People tend to gravitate towards me in most cases because of the way that I choose to move. I don't choose to be no asshole or anything like that. I can be, but I don't choose to be an asshole or to be the type of person that anybody just don't want to fuck with like that. I would want a person to want to be able to fuck with me in that way because you never know who it is that person may know. You know what I'm saying? Every person is like a different branch to a damn tree when it comes down to what you as an individual. Every person is a branch off of you. You feel what I'm saying? And that is what networking is. If you have so many people out there that'll look at you and be like, God damn, like that, and they fear you, they can't fuck with you like that because they don't even want to feel that shit from you. So why in the fuck would they tell anybody else anything good about you? You know what I'm saying? But if they can gravitate towards you and rest in you in that way, you know what I'm saying, and still be comfortable and respect you at the same time. Like, of course, they'll pass good things off about your name. And you never know what that shit would get you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody will fuck around and come up to you that you don't even know that's trying to do something for you or trying to give you some information that's valuable just because of what it is that they heard about you or heard about your name. It ain't no need to be no just mad ass gorilla out here and just as if you're trying to get that street respect type shit, because that shit will not get you nowhere but left in the street. That's all it's gonna get you. That's as far as it's gonna get you. Get you some fear in the street or a little bit of a form of respect in the street, but we all know what street niggas end up. If they just strictly on that street shit, you have to be, I know a few that'll move like that. You know what I'm saying? They know the street. Know the street and that moved around like that, but at the same time, they didn't have to run around this bitch being a gorilla, but most of these motherfuckers I already know don't fuck with him because he don't fuck with nobody, not in that fashion. I know real street niggas that you can confide in, nigga, and niggas that would never expect that shit will be like that. Because necessarily they don't really truly know him, you know what I'm saying? That's why you put that shit out there in a way to where people can understand. You don't have respect the individual off the rip and be impactful. That's how I move. And shit, you can move whatever way you choose to move. But with me, I choose to respect the individual off the rip. But if I need to and let them know that goddamn I'm not that type of individual to be ran over. You feel what I'm saying? It will never be that. And that shit has got me connection. I connect with people in damn near everywhere I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Damn near everywhere I'm at. I try to make an impact in some type of way everywhere I'm at. Especially when it comes down to with my kids. Trying to make an impact with my children in a way that will never be forgotten, whether I'm here or whether I'm not, whether I'm with them or whether I'm not. They will never forget me and they will always respect me, love me the way that I love them, regardless of what's going on. By being impactful. And that shit is important, very important. And we need to understand that shit, be able to move. Shit, I'm trying to find another word for it than just being smooth, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, being able to move, I guess gracefully. Being able to move gracefully. But move rough if you have to. Only when you have to. You know what I'm saying? I know niggas like that. Ain't no need for all the other shit. Make impacts, bro. Like an impact. Everybody that it is that you meet, make an impact. You know what I'm saying? And work on your name. Work on your name and trying to get work at that shit is you. Your name is your brand. You are your brand. Anything that it is that you're trying to do, even if you're just in a regular job, or if you're trying to create business, or if you're trying to make connect, anything like that, your name is still you. It is your brand. It represents you. So you have to be careful with how it is that you handle that shit and how you put that shit out there to the world. Don't be out here just gorilla and shit and all kind of shit like that. And that's just putting blocks in place. You know what I'm saying? Walls that you're going to end up having to knock down later on after you realize that that shit there was no good. Because it's not. It's not. It should only get you so far. Be impactful in a deeper than real way. Understand that everybody out there are people just like how you are. You're not the only one out there in this world that's trying to make something happen when it come down to it. And that's something that niggas need. We out there because there's niggas out there that's actually trying to make some certain things happen. You know what I'm saying? But most of us can't even work together because the shit that be there, how we've been taught and conditioned to look at each other as if we are enemies just off the rip. If you don't know a nigga or some shit like that, you have to look at them and watch them just to see people and try to figure them out. You know what I'm saying? Instead of both of y'all just already just openly just be you, who it is that you are. And you can decide if you need to network with this nigga, or if you need to do some work with this nigga, or try to make something happen with this nigga, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? That's men and women alike when it comes down to it. It's women out there too that I see that shit making that shit happen like that. They can move gracefully like that, but they might be some silent gorillas up under there. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them out here, most women nowadays, they kind of feel like they have to be more dominant in certain situations. I understand it in certain situations, but you can't move like that in everything. Not everything. Especially not with your man, or not out here in business and shit like that. And you have to make that a woman's true power is in her femininity. The real femininity. Not being a feminist or anything like that. Just being a woman. A true woman. That third would get you a whole lot further than what it is y'all out here trying to hog as if like how niggas do. That shit does not help. That shit don't help you. That just makes you hard to deal with. That's why it's easier. Most people want to deal with women anyway because they're a whole lot easier to deal with than men. And y'all need to understand that. That loudmouth ass shit and all that shit that be going on when it comes down to it, that shit don't help you get along if it's something that you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? You need to learn how to handle situations in a feminine way. Because you got the power to disarm more shit than what men do, but just because you are a woman. You got the power to be able to move around more than what a man does because you are a woman. But only if you are that. Not if you're out here putting on a face or putting on those shoes like how a man does, trying to be like that. Don't try to be like that. Try to be the best version of what it is that you are. A feminine woman. That third will get you a whole lot farther. But we need to understand that. Don't be taking no shit, no bullshit. Don't ever get handled. Understand how to handle situations in the right type of way instead of just going straight out gorilla mode, because most of us out there are gorillas anyway, and that thirds are usually the only thing that we know. So when it comes down to it, we need to like advance past that, bro. Be able to use that shit when it's time to use it. Don't use it all the time. Don't just be sitting and resting in that shit, because that shit it clouds your mind, makes you think that everybody is against you. You got to look at everybody the same way, like, God damn it, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that shit there, it ain't gonna get you nowhere. Learn how to control yourself in this situation, especially if you're trying to make something happen, something bigger than what they say that we need to be doing. Make something bigger happen with yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Real talk, we need that shit. We need that. We need a whole lot more branches out here to be trying to do something and learn how to work together in the way that we need to work together. Be impactful with people. There's the way to do it. Put a smile on their face, you know what I'm saying? Make it be a joy to be around you, you know what I'm saying? Not something that's a fucking burden. Because it don't help. That shit it's only good to somebody who wants to feel that. And if somebody wants to feel that shit, they ain't got a goddamn thing going on for themselves anyway. Nothing. They are just around looking for some kind of drama, looking for some kind of anything that can hurt them. That's what they want. They want something that'll hurt, you know what I'm saying? They want to be around people who want to hurt like them. Because all that exchanging of energies and shit like that, they can just They can get it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? They will search anywhere. People like that, y'all need to look at yourself and realize, make sure that third is not what it is that you out here doing. Look at yourself truly. See if you are addicted to that pain. Pay attention to yourself and see what's up. You know what I'm saying? Don't just sit here and say something and just say, oh, no, I'm not. Like, actually look in the mirror. Think about yourself. Reflect and see if you are actually addicted to what it is that you really be going through. Because a lot of us go put ourselves through the things we be going through. I did it for a very long time. Very long time, and did not realize that I was. I didn't realize that I was addicted to that shit like that. And I was. Man, but I would always feel bad after the fact when it come down to it. You know what I'm saying? I had to realize I got to pull myself up out of that shit and move the way that it is. I need to move because that shit is not my life. That's not what it is that I want for my life. Be impactful, fam. Make sure you reach out and touch somebody. You ain't in it really. not with the hands, but you know what I mean. You try to touch somebody, you know what I'm saying? Every time you meet somebody, goddamn it, like make it impactful. You are the best version of you and grow every single day. You feel what I'm saying? Every day. Be impactful. Make people there. Every time somebody see you, they trying to holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a joy to be around you. They're going to gain some knowledge to be around you. You know what I'm saying? But those people who want to just be on that negative ass shit, they don't have to be. All the people don't deserve to be able to come to get all or that rush or that feeling that that some people want out here in the world. A lot of them just trying to drain that shit from you. They just want to just feel it for a second and just to get you to see if they can bring you to their level. That shit should not be like that. You should not allow that shit out here in this world. Everybody don't deserve to know what's going on in your mind. Only those people who deserve it do. And if you're truly observant about what it is that's going on around you, then you know who is or who ain't. Look at them the same way that you look at you. Pay attention to them the same way you need to be paying attention to yourself. And you'll see what it is that they like to have in their life. If they're addicted to some bullshit that can fuck around and roll over to you. And everybody know that same saying, birds of a feather flock together. So if it's something that's going on with some shit, with a person, shit like that, and you disagree with what it is that they doing, but you're still hanging around them, like, no, that means you probably want it going on for yourself too. If they truly your friend or anything like that, you should be able to tell them anything that comes to your mind that you feel that can better them, and they shouldn't have no problem with that. That's how I feel. A true fan to tell a friend the truth. Or sit there and lie to him, you know what I'm saying? Tell him, damn, you on some bullshit. You always on some negative shit, man. Get your shit together. Like, come on now, we trying to make some shit happen, you know what I'm saying? I no telling what's going to go on in this world. Now, then we need to be trying to make some connections. That's what we need to. We need to make connections. We need to be out here trying to find ways to get these businesses to build up like that. It's a lot of people out there trying to start businesses, trying to do this and that. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, that just like Nipsey Hussle said, God damn it, all money in. You know what I'm saying? No money out. That's real shit. I just figured I'd stop by and holler at y'all, man. We down here at the shop where the shit does not stop. One time. I-20 East Podcast. I love y'all and salute.